we're focused on making some changes to regulation for the hedge fund industry. What's gone wrong? And the answer, I think, the biggest mistakes hedge funds have made is they've not done a good job, frankly, in public relations. If you look at 2008 is a good example. I would say hedge funds as an asset, if you call it an asset class, outperformed almost every other, and perhaps every other asset class, whether it's long-only institutional management or commodity investing. The average hedge fund was down something like 18 or 20% last year, which is not a great number for hedge funds, but it's a lot better than what the stock market did. And I think, if you think about the problems we've had in our capital markets, the problems have come with the most regulated institutions, and principally with the most regulated, most highly rated institutions. So you would say, where would the problems be in the capital markets? Well, let's focus on the unregulated, unrated institutions. That's where the problems would be. Maybe an observer in advance would think that, and therefore you'd focus on hedge funds. But the reality is there's been no bailout of a hedge fund that's required taxpayer money. And there's been, money has been lost. That's the nature of the bargain that the people made who invested with hedge funds. Let's look at the most regulated institution in America, or the two most regulated institutions are Fannie and Freddie. In fact, in addition to SEC oversight, in addition to Federal Reserve watching what they're doing, Fannie and Freddie had a dedicated regulator with 600 odd employees entirely focused on regulating two companies who had a very simple business model. And the regulation clearly failed. And those two institutions, by the way, had the highest rating by all three rating agencies. They were all AAA. Fannie and Freddie were all AAA rated. And now they're in effectively conservatorship. So you have to ask yourself, what's the problem?